what's up, Ringside Nation? The Ring Boys are back, down one on the night. I'm here with my beautiful, lovely co-host, Artie. Artie, how we feeling, brother?
It's been a weekend. It's definitely been a weekend. Sick fight card, and now we got to talk about it. So
As you can see on the screen and as you can hear in his voice, Artie, the lock of the card doesn't hit. We'll get into that. Prediction accuracy on this is on the screen. We had to work a little bit behind the scenes. We're able to get those corrected now. Sorry if they were wrong in the past. What are you, a cop? Yearly overalls, Artie 169 for 269, myself 173 for 269, Doc 157 for 269. The totals are on your screen. Artie and I tied on the card, Doc down one on the card, and yeah, we'll get right into a quick flash of the fantasy draft. Artie up 25, Doc with 23. The picks and everything's on your screen. I don't want to stop, and I want to talk about the fights, and that's what we're going to do. And right away, Alex Pereira getting the job done, defeating Yuri Prohaska. And I'm just going to hand it off to you, Artie, to give me your thoughts and immediate thoughts from the fight.
yeah, Jiri did not look good. He looked very timid the whole time. I don't know whatever reasoning he had. He just didn't look very aggressive. And I mean, with a guy like Alex Pereira standing in front of you, it's going to be really hard to be aggressive. So, yeah, I know he posted a video. He said he's going to need to evolve to be a better fighter or stop fighting forever. And I personally think his evolution is going to come in the lightweight division. I think it's going to be in the middleweight division. And I think it's something like that would be a good move for him, because as long as Alex Pereira is the champion in light heavyweight, and as long as he's fighting there, Yuri will have no chance, because his fighting style is nothing to match up against Alex. And that's just how it is. You can't step out there, not have your hands up, and it's, what happened is exactly what will happen 10 out of 10 times, and I'm convinced at this point that Yuri will never have a chance against Alex.
The odds never made sense to me, quite frankly and quite honestly. Like minus 135 for Alex, like I was hyped to take him on that line. Glad I profited on the side. Glad I got to see a sick knockout. Not glad that I saw the foundational founder of the Book of the Five Rings for us going down like that. You hate to see it. Voodoo, whatever kind of magic stuff that you want to bring up, it wasn't enough to get the job done. And yeah, Alex Pereira knocking out Yuri, getting a 303K bonus behind the scenes from what I hear from rumors. And apparently he wants to buy a Cybertruck with it. And by all means, brother, you deserve it. You are steadily coming into the GOAT talk for MMA right now. I think he has the most title defenses in all of the UFC right now with 4. He just surpassed Islam Makhachev since November 22, if we're counting the middleweight, but not this exact title. That's what I meant. I saw you look to the sky and you're like, I might have to fact check him real quick. But anyways.
I think he's had most title fights.
Most title defenses. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. But, I mean, his coach put it in beautiful quote, and I'll just use that as my commentary for he said, sometimes you have enough time to look at the blueprint of the bank, cut the cameras, plan a bank robbery, but sometimes you just got to give your friends a gun, tell them to hop in the car, let's go rob a bank together. And that's exactly what they did. Like, that's the energy that Alex Pereira is on. 100% he wants to fight again this year. He's teasing that he wants to go to the heavyweight division. And I think if Tom Aspinall wins, here coming up in July, he should call out Alex Pereira, in my opinion. That's what I would do. If you're waiting for John Jones and you want to, stop a guy coming into the heavyweight division, I think that's going to happen. And we'll have to wait and see. I see Artie's shaking his head. I'll let him come back here.
That's stupid. It should not. The only time John Jones talks about Tom Aspinall is when he's telling him to fight somebody else. I'm tired of it. We need action in the heavyweight division. I know we're going to have the England card, and there'll be a fight for the interim belt again, which in my opinion is the real belt at the moment. But I don't. If Alex moves up to the heavyweight division, he's not fighting Tom Aspinall. He should be fighting John Jones.
Agreed. But I don't think that'll happen. I think realistically they'll probably make Tom versus Alex Pereira if he calls him out. But we'll see. We're not Dana, we're not Hunter. We have our own podcast. We keep our opinions to ourselves. And I think everyone shares the opinion of what Dan Ige did 4 hours before coming into the T-Mobile Arena, probably having a beer with Sean Strickland, getting ready to watch 303 of the fights, and then news breaks, 103 fever, Ortega pulls out, Dan Ige drops a text like, yo, let me in this. And now Diego Lopez has to re-weigh in for the third time and go out and just not a masterclass, but a dominant first and second round display. Third round kind of stressed me out. And we scratched this one from our picks. We did round up and put in the group chat of boys, who would you take? We're all taking Diego Lopez. And not only did Artie double down, he took Danny Ige on our unofficial pick too. And I want to hear why. Go ahead.
Did you not watch the fight? I honestly think like it could have gone really either way because like halfway through the second he really started to pick up steam, and the third he definitely won. So like not for nothing, the dude did exactly what he needs to do. And I would say like even for Diego Lopez as we know him to be, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner and, like an expert of that style, the wrestling was good from both of them. It was a very good fight, and like you said, big shout out to Danny Ige. That was huge. I know that I saw this morning that Dana will grant them both the wish of fighting at the Sphere, which is also great because anytime Danny Ige fights at his own weight, it's usually a great show anyway. That's why he's got the nickname 50K. And that means we're going to see Diego Lopez fight again. And I'm hoping that they just remake him and Brian Ortega because I want to see that fight now.
I think Andre Falia had nightmares when he saw Danny Ige pass him backstage, like, oh God, get away from me. But yes, nonetheless, Dan definitely deserves 50K Ige. Loses, but wins the fans and wins the MMA community over. My opinion, what didn't win the MMA community over is Anthony Smith and Ramon Delidze going in. And Artie, I'll just let you hit him with your famous line of, what was it?
It was a fight.
It was a fight.
Yeah. Anthony Smith, like, and it might be time to call it, buddy. Like, you look good when you do the show. You look good when you're there for Power Slap. I just at this point, like, and I mean, Roman Delite is close in age as well. He's 35, and Anthony Smith is 35, and they didn't look like the same fighters at all. And I know Anthony Smith came off like a pretty crazy knockout, but man, it's getting tough to watch. It might be time to call it.
I agree. I think that was a one-off for Anthony Smith. I took Anthony Smith because I thought he had more power in the hands. He did not. Roman Delidze just looked so small comparatively to him. Like, when the fight started going, I was like, oh, like, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about this pick. And then you just watch Roman Delidze just be the aggressor, and you're like, I'm feeling terrible about this pick. Why did I ever think about taking him? But yeah, no, Anthony Smith, company man, love to see him coming in on a short notice. He'll be there, till the brakes fall off. And Ramon Delidze calling out Khamzat Chimaev. And if Khamzat can get in the ring and not, eat a bad slice of pizza, count your days, Ramon Delidze. That's a scary fight. That's a scary fighter. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a podcast unless I say Khamzat Chimaev. Another scary, gross, thank God the doctor came in, Myra Bueno Silva. Oh my jeez. Like, that, I think that's one of the worst cuts all year so far, right? Like, I can't think of a cut that bad. Oh, was someone getting like battered and butchered and beaten pretty bad, yeah. But like second round, that bad of a cut, ugh, Artie.
Yeah, not good. The fact that she was protesting it too was kind of crazy. Like, she couldn't probably see out of her right eye because there was so much blood, and yeah. But Macy Chiasson, fight was not going in the right direction for her until she got that takedown, and when she was on top, it didn't look very offensive until she hit that elbow, and that was game over. So good for her. I guess she was on the brink of retiring and then had the urge to come back, got inspired by her coach. So we'll see. Mayra Bueno Silva, though, it's kind of trending in the very wrong direction.
Yeah, I mean, it was the leg kicks for me when I was watching, and I was like, okay, like this is a good way to disable Myra, and then the elbow came in. I'm like, that's an even better way of disabling Myra, and that's just how it went. That was gross. That was nasty. I still don't understand why she protested. Like, I get you're coming off a loss, you're trying to reestablish your title reign, but you gotta be concerned for your health first and foremost. Um, Another terms, as people would like to call it, it was a fight. It was a fight, and to you and me, we thought it was a decent fight. We thought it was a lot better than everyone thought it was going to be. Ian Gary getting the unanimous decision win over Michael Venom Page. Although I will argue, I thought it was a draw. And like, if I'm Michael Page, why did you get up? Why did you get up? You could have just been a point fighter. Welcome to the UFC. You got a boring decision, ended the title run. But no, he got up and he wanted to prove a point and he couldn't do it. Artie?
I think he got up and he did the right thing. I mean, he continued to press on. I honestly, if Ian Gary wasn't who he is and what the company thinks of him, I don't think he gets this decision. Because Michael Page maybe could have gotten away with the first round where it was sort of boring. I know. Was that when the submission attempts happened, or is that the second round?
For the first submission attempt or the second one?
The first one where he had his back.
Yeah, the first one. First round.
Yeah. It was close. It definitely could have gone either way. Um, Now I had this pulled up because I was gonna think about it, and now that I'm looking at the top, what is this? The top 6 fighters in front of Ian Gary. The only one that I see that's not better is Colby Covington. Especially after that showing. Dude, if I am Ian Gary, I am afraid of whatever comes next because I know Michael Venom Page is like this difficult guy. Nobody seems to be able to figure him out. He's so much quicker than he looks. Dude, he called out, Ian Gary called out Shavkat on Twitter. That's not going to be good.
No.
That is probably when Ian Gary's zero goes away, and I'm almost positive it will go away. He is not as impressive as a fighter as I thought he was, and we talked about that. I said that to
Yeah,
you.
100%.
There's nothing that he does that just looks better than anybody else in the division.
Or excites you as an MMA fan. Like, he just like I feel like if I watched him in camp at Shoot the Box for 2 months versus watching him the night of a fight night, I feel like it was just a sparring session. And it's just like, this is what he probably does every other night of the week when he's in Brazil. I will say there is one permutation, $10 word, went to college, had to throw that in there, that I love for him. Not that I like Ian Gary personally. I think if I'm him, you know, everyone above, no shot. No shot, right? Like, JDM's going to knock me out. Colby, yeah, we can get that one in there. Shavkat, not even close. Bilal's fighting for the title. Kamaru started a podcast. Hey, how are you? I wait for whoever comes out of Gilbert Burns and Sean Brady, and I take the winner of that. And then I wait to pick my next fight, or then I wait to take Colby Covington. And that has to be like the only thing I would respect Ian Gary for. Because if he just takes Colby and then he gets a title fight, like, it's just like, it's a Mickey Mouse title. But if he waits and he beats someone legit, then takes Colby, then goes to the title, yeah, okay, I can see it happening. And then we can make the case for him. But I mean, he's young. He doesn't have to rush, you know, his title dreams. Like, there's going to be a lot of movement at the welterweight rankings whenever they start making these matchups. I know they don't happen as often as other divisions, but while Leon, if Leon takes care of Bilal, I think he's going to have that shining plate of gold on his shoulder for a while.
Yeah, I don't think he beats Sean Brady or
I don't think so either.
Gilbert Burns.
But it's a better
I think
chance than taking JDM, Shavkat, or anyone else, no?
no, I
Wow.
don't think so. I honestly, after watching that, I don't know that he is better than them.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm really trying to root for the brother, okay? I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I don't think he has a shot. I think he's just lunch meat, and it's like shooting a fish in a barrel, whoever gets him next. But I don't know. Maybe he'll prove us wrong. I don't want him to, but maybe he will. Maybe he
Wait,
will.
I was thinking about this today.
Let's hear
If
it.
he fights Colby Covington, Who do you want to win?
No one.
Because I want neither. I want
No one.
a double headbutt into just a draw would be sick.
Yeah, I'll take a draw for that one. I'm not watching that fight personally. Like, there's no shot. Like, I'll cover it. I'll make a pick. I'm not betting on it. I'm not watching. But that'll also be a fight, I guess. I'm glad we covered the whole main card before we get into the prelims and do our normal new routine. Performance of the night bonuses. Artie, you can prep the bell. Shout out to Joe Pfeiffer, Peyton Talbot, Alex Pereira, and Macy Chiasson. And the ringers for the card from us were Joe Pfeiffer, Andre Fili, Jan Siva. Didn't bark for me. I was a little quite upset about that. Peyton Talbot, Jillian Robertson, and Ray Cerullo. Let's hit a bell for all those folks. Thank you. I mean, we got hot. If you bet that prelim, there was one point, if you didn't take Arlovsky until you got to Yuri, you're like 12 leg parlay was looking great. How are we feeling about that? And then we got to the main event, and then you were like, let's take a smart decision, make a business move. And I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you did.
Yeah, I didn't take Arlovsky when I bet.
No, I know, but it was still like I was updating the sheet and I saw all green and I'm like, oh, I hope he gets rich tonight. And then I saw Yuri at the top. I'm like, he should definitely double down.
Yeah,
and I'm glad you did. But yeah, just do my normal around the horn routine. I'll just go down. Joe Pfeiffer shows that, you know, he does probably have reason to believe that he broke Francis Ngannou's punch record. Andre Fili, thank you for a fight of the night and thank you for a scare. Cub Swanson showing that a 40-year-old man don't care. Jan Siva, I'm glad you're on your first card. Let's not get so emotional and just knock out the guy in the first round and not waste my time. Peyton Talbot, cool. Jillian Robertson, retiring a legend, getting battered and just taking her the whole way and scaring me at some points. Martin Boudet didn't knock out Andre. Thought he was going to get that done. I thought he was going to come out a lot more aggressive, but proved why he deserves to be in the UFC more than Andrei Arlovsky at the moment. And Ray Cerullo, fraud checked. I just can't support him after that performance. Yeah, he got the win, didn't do it in convincing fashion, sweated it out a little bit. And yeah, a big plus 200 from me and you seeing Vinicius Oliveira. I thought Doc was going to take this with us. Like after that flying knee, I don't know. So what excited you from the prelims when you were watching?
honestly, not a lot of it. Andrei Arlovsky, enjoy retirement, buddy. I think he was cut from the UFC, or that was his last fight. Saw it this morning. He was great while he was there. Had a ton of fights. Yeah, I mean, everything else was kind of like easy to pick. Like, I'm glad I texted you guys. Jan Silva outside. He's overweight. Got to pick him, and that's
Take him.
exactly what happened. So yeah, Peyton Talbot still dominant. I think as somebody like him, being as big of a prospect as he is, you need to do what he has been doing, which is just winning impressively. But yeah, that's all I really have.
Man, what a tough year for Canada. I've been waiting to say that Jillian Robertson and Jasmine Jasdavicius are the only ones like keeping Canada in the MMA. ESP is probably just sitting and watching like, oh God, give me another beer. Gotta watch another Canadian fighter again. Oh my God, give me another Molson immediately. But yeah, overall, pretty decent pay-per-view. I think this is the fourth highest net because it has Alex Pereira at the name of it. So that's pretty cool. The 300 series are starting off pretty well, in my opinion. We got 304 next, July 4th next weekend. We'll not be recording an episode. We'll be enjoying America's birthday, as I like to call it, even though it's definitely not America's birthday.
And my birthday.
And your birthday, and Doc's birthday, too. Doc's birthday's on the 4th, so... a lot of birthdays, many balloons, boys, a lot of candles. What's the next fight card? Is it the Denver one? Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Next you'll hear
back stinkies, but that's all right.
It is what it is. So we gotta do what we gotta do because 304 is right around the corner, and yeah, can't wait for that. Before we sign off, Artie, anything else?
Like I said, I really want to see Yuri go fight at 185 now. He said he can do it before. I think he is smaller than some other guys at light heavyweight. Because I honestly don't know what other fight makes sense for him at that division anymore. Like, I saw a thing that was like you could book him and Jan in either Poland or where is he from? Czech,
Yuri?
Czech Republic, right?
Check,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Book them either in Poland or Czech Republic, and yeah, that they'll have a full arena of like 40,000 people no matter what. But otherwise, like I don't know, I don't. There's not much luck for him at light heavyweight. He's more dominant than the other guys, but he's not going to be able to beat Alex Pereira. So,
Who
what
would
do you
you
think,
want? Who would you want him to fight at 185 though?
John?
Anyone? Yeah, I
How
was gonna
sick would
say
that be?
him versus Sean Strickland would definitely be my number one.
How sick would
Like,
that be?
I don't think
Let
anyone
me.
else realistically would take to the tape.
Sean wouldn't do it either, though.
No.
But Paulo Costa would probably be another one that could be kind of fun. Marlon Vittori. I'm just looking at guys who are in the rankings. Uh, Jack Hermanson could be
Tom
fun too.
Suchmaev. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
don't think
totally
he
joking.
fights again this year.
I don't think he
But
fights for the UFC ever again at this point, dude. It's so bad.
yeah,
Oh well, it is what it is. But comment, like, subscribe. We do this for you by the common man for the common person. And yeah, thank you so much for paying attention to us, paying attention to the UFC, and paying attention to our ringer parlay that hit this week. That'll be it. Bye bye.